Today's conversation, I'm going to focus on touching the pulse of a common parent. I'm not going to be using sports psychology jargons. I'm not going to be using methods and techniques of a mind coach. Just plain threadbare discussion. Okay? So, where do I start? Okay, let me start with a very elementary thing. The moment a parent sees a jargon like let's do it, a winner never quits, a quitter never wins, and all of that, they just don't care a damn. That is because they think that that kid has tried hard enough and hasn't gotten anywhere. Totally far from the truth. Or the competitive environment is a pyramid. It gets lower and smaller and smaller as you go upwards. But there's space at the bottom, so that's where you need to start. Now, what are the reasons that parents quit? Now, this is specifically for parents, and they think they've done everything. I beg to differ. Okay, you may have logistically dropped your kid and stuff like that, but actually, many a time, kids give up even before they have tried. I have seen that. I think I'm qualified enough to talk about that. Now, let's just take the pyramid. You have hell of a lot of space at the bottom, and as you go up, it gets narrow and narrow, like the corporate world. Now, when you start at the bottom, you've got to understand that you've got to give it everything. Now, what are the reasons that kids actually quit early? There's a saying that kids, boys and girls, quit just when they are about to peak and just a little bit of effort ahead of themselves and they have reached a successful goal. But they quit before that. Now, what are the reasons? I'll tell you what, and parents, don't be disappointed with my honest feedback, okay? A, they want short term results. B, they are looking at their kids to succeed so that they can feel good about themselves. It's a selfish feeling. 3, the kid is under tremendous pressure by his parents to perform. 4, you have to understand the kid's psychology in the sense that he would be feeling a lack of validation in a social environment and a school. If he fails, he would feel that he's a nobody because someone else has done better. 5, peer pressure. You want to be your son as good as your neighbor's son or daughter, right? The list goes endlessly on. And let me get a bit of responsibility from the kid's side. He doesn't want to be a fighter. He wants it easy. He wants success too soon. He wants everything in a platter. Ha. Now let me tell you that the guys who succeeded haven't had it easy. Okay? When your kids were sleeping, these guys were actually training in the morning at 5 a.m. in the chill of December. Please understand that. I know what I'm talking about. Okay? So remember, failure is the last option. If you've tried hard enough and it didn't work, it's another thing. But proper preparation, it's a cliche. It's not about working hard. A coolie works hard at a railway station, but you've got to work smart, you've got to work hard, you've got to work with proper preparation, defining a goal at each day that you go to the net, what you want to achieve. And keep at it. Results are not short term, it's long term. And who knows? One day you could become the next XXX cricketer. So please keep at it, and parents, please understand.